Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So, on the Hardy Complex, we get back into wrestling now. There is a. How do I phrase it? There was an incident last week out of a show done in Mexico. It was a Mexican wrestling promotion. So, I didn't get to talk about it last week. We were kind of cut short on time. But at the same time, it was. It was a long week in terms of having to wait to talk about this on the podcast. But long story short, there were two wrestlers in Mexico. One, fat ass, and then another individual that was, I guess, for the match, delivering stiff chops to the fat ass. I'm gonna phrase him as fat ass because he's a jackass, but he's also fat. So I'm gonna fat shame the jackass because I don't fucking care what Tumblr says. Long story short, fat ass doesn't like the fact that this other wrestler, neither wrestler I'm going to attempt to pronounce the name of. I'll just say fat ass and victim. Fat ass didn't like the way that victim was chopping him. He was delivering stiff chops and stiff shots in the match. And so fat ass decided to take it upon himself and grab what I read as a 20-pound brick, which let me make it very fucking clear. Once you get past brick being over 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds, 10 pounds at the most, it's no longer brick. It's fucking cinder block, okay? Long story short, fat ass took it upon himself to go grab a cinder block, and as victim was going out and looking for weapons underneath the ring to continue the match forward, fat ass decided to lob said cinder block over the top rope and directly down onto the skull of victim, completely knocking him unconscious. The crowd for a brief second started cheering, and I can understand that. I don't think they really knew exactly that this was not planned. And so they started cheering until medical professionals made their way to victim, and referees held fat ass back. Fat ass had his hands in the air as though this was a part of the thing. Like, yeah, I fucking knocked him out. Look at me. The crowd was like, yeah. And they saw the medical staff make their way to victim, and referees hold back fat ass, and they're like, yeah. Oh, what? What's good? Boo! Fuck you! And then so on and so forth. And that would be the that would be the end of his night as a babyface. So fat ass ends up getting back or going back through the or up the ramp and to the backstage area. Victim is put on a stretcher and taken out of the building, sent to a hospital. He ends up having, I believe it was an operation. There may have been two. But he had a crescent-sized gash on the back of his head, pretty fucking gnarly. But then again, a 20-pound cinder block being chucked on your head by some fat ass that can't watch his weight decides to take it upon his own hands. That's gonna happen. As for victim, it seems as though he is going to be in a bad position. He is conscious again, from what I understand. It doesn't look like he'll need any further operations, which is good. But if he ever does come back, he'll be on the shelf for a while. I think it's very possible that we could see Roman Reigns, leukemia decide to fuck off and him come back before we see victim come back to wrestling. But it seems as though his life is going to be forever altered, because this is not something that I think a lot of people expect him to really come back from. They end up having to do at least one operation to remove a blood clot, which is extremely bad, just to say the least. There has been a fundraising event held for his medical costs, or the bills for his the bills for the cost of his to cover the cost of medical bills. And it's just hard to kind of to piece everything together. Fat ass, on the other hand, jackass, fat ass, mother probably died when he was 4. Father probably beat him. Hope he fucked him up the asshole when he was a child, and he's indefinitely suspended from the board of, or I would say the Boxing and Wrestling Commission has suspended him indefinitely from professional wrestling, which I am a huge fan of. What I said was dark just now, where I hoped his father, molested him as a kid, but nevertheless, he's a dick. And from what I've seen, he may actually be a dick quite often. Not much else in the story from my perspective. I think this is a horrendous act. As I've said, I am a wrestler. I would not ever do that. I've been doing this 11 years. While I was wrestling, I reached probably one of my highest points in terms of anger issues, and yet never once did I ever think to harm a coworker. So I don't understand the mindset where you can be like, all right, chop, 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 knock it off, chop, chop, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna kill you. That's not, I can't understand that mindset. I can never understand people with that mindset. But nevertheless, you're gonna be put into a position now where, as that fat ass, he is going to end up having to look for something new to do. There's not gonna be another promotion that ever books him again. Because I swear to God, if there were, that not only is that promotion facing harsh backlash, but I'd go down to that fucking company and I'd ream their fucking showrunner or their promoter in the. I would ream them straight up to their face if he was ever booked again, especially with this being the reason. At least on purpose. Not much else I have to say. It's a harsh topic that I'm not really sure how to approach. The victim, I hope, makes obviously a speedy recovery. He's had his life altered now because some jackass couldn't take some stiff punches. And that's horrendous. This is obviously something he loves to do. You're not in wrestling if you don't love wrestling. So for this kind of thing to take place, for one, that is unacceptable. You should never be allowed to wrestle again if you did that. Kurt Angle has offered to give 10 seconds of his time to whipping the guy's ass, and who was it? Who was it that said he could whip his ass in 5 seconds? Or that he'd give him 5 seconds, he could do it. I would fucking take 20, just that way I could see the pain on his face. What a dick. My best of wishes to the victim. My deepest condolences to the fat ass's family for having to put up with that shit. And yeah, heart attack incoming. So, yeah. Harsh way of looking at it, and sad way of kind of seeing it. Would you just shut the fuck up? Carl, yes. Wow, really, jackass? Really, you fucking bitch? Yeah, nice muffler, you stupid fucking crack addict. You stupid cunt. Fucking put a damn muffler on that shit, you stupid fuck. We're not impressed by your beater, sir. Your $20 car has nothing on my shit.